Nobody calls it depression. You call it tired. You call it stressed. You call it just having a bad week. Your friends call it new mom stuff. Your family calls it adjusting. But when the bad week becomes a bad month, and the bad month becomes two, and the weight on your chest doesn't lift no matter how much sleep you get or how many people tell you it gets better. Now we need to talk about what's really happening. Because I lived in that gray zone for almost 4 months before I admitted what it was. And every single day I stayed silent was a day I lost. So here are 7 things you need to do right now if you're a new single mom with no support, and that heavy, silent, invisible weight won't go away. The first thing is understanding the difference between tired and depressed, because they look almost identical from the outside, but they feel completely different on the inside. Tired is, I need a good night's sleep and I'll feel better. Depressed is, I slept 8 hours and I still feel like I'm drowning. Tired goes away with rest. Depression doesn't. Tired makes you want to sleep. Depression makes you want to disappear. Not die necessarily, just stop existing for a while. Tired is a physical problem with a physical solution. Depression is when everything, food, people, music, your baby's smile, stops making you feel anything at all. It's when the world goes gray, not dramatic gray, just flat, muted, like someone turned the color saturation down to 0. If rest isn't fixing it, if a good night's sleep doesn't restore you, if you wake up feeling exactly as heavy as when you went to bed, that's not tiredness. That's something else. The second thing is understanding why single moms hide it, because this is the part that keeps women trapped for months. Fear. Fear of being judged as a bad mother. Fear of being reported. Fear of someone taking your baby away. Fear of your ex using it against you. Fear of your family saying, I told you so. So you smile, you perform, you say, I'm fine when people ask. You put on the mask every single morning and you wear it until the lights go out at night. And then you lie in the dark and feel everything you weren't allowed to feel during the day. And the longer you hide it, the heavier it gets because now you're carrying the depression and the exhausting full-time job of pretending it doesn't exist. You're performing wellness while drowning, and that double burden accelerates the spiral. The third thing, be brutally honest with yourself. Here's the burnout to depression checklist, and I need you to answer without editing. Do you feel exhausted even after sleeping? Do you snap at your baby and then feel overwhelming guilt? Have you stopped caring about things that used to matter to you? Does everything feel urgent but nothing feels manageable? Do you fantasize about disappearing, not hurting yourself, just being somewhere else, being no one, having no responsibilities? Do you feel emotionally numb? Are you having physical symptoms, constant headaches, jaw clenching, stomach issues, getting sick more often? Have you stopped doing basic self-care, showering, eating real food, brushing your teeth? If you checked more than 2 or 3 of those, this is not a bad week. This is not new mom adjustment. This is burnout sitting on the edge of something deeper, and naming it is the first step to fighting it. You can't fight what you won't name. The fourth thing, 1 small action per day, not a self-care routine, not a wellness plan, not 7 habits of highly effective mothers. 1 thing. Today, drink a full glass of water. Just 1. Tomorrow, step outside for 3 minutes and feel the air on your face. The day after, send a voice note to 1 person you trust and say 1 honest thing about how you're doing. 1 action per day. That's it. Depression makes everything feel impossible. Even getting out of bed feels like a marathon. So you make the action so small it can't feel impossible, small enough that your depressed brain can't argue with it. And then you do one more small thing the next day, and one more the day after that. Over weeks, those small things build a floor beneath you. They don't cure anything, but they stop the falling. The fifth thing, finding affordable help. And I know the cruelest irony of single motherhood is that you need mental health support the most precisely when you can afford it the least. But options exist, even when it feels like they don't. Community mental health centers often offer sliding scale fees based on income. If you work, employee assistance programs frequently include free counseling sessions. Check with your HR department. Crisis text lines are free and available around the clock. Text HOME to 744741 to connect with someone who will listen without judgment. Online therapy platforms sometimes offer financial assistance programs or reduced rates for single parents. You don't have to have insurance, money, or a plan before you reach out. You just have to say the words, "I think I need help." That's the ticket. Everything else follows from those 5 words. The sixth thing, the 2 a.m. voice note trick. When the thoughts won't stop, when you're lying in bed and your brain is spiraling through worst-case scenarios and regrets and fears and criticisms and you cannot shut it off, open the voice memo app on your phone and talk. Say everything. Say what you're feeling. Say what you're afraid of. Say the ugly thoughts, the shameful thoughts, the thoughts you'd never say to another human being. Don't edit. Don't censor. Just dump it out of your mouth and into the phone. You can delete it in the morning. And you probably will. The point isn't to listen to it later. The point is to get those thoughts out of your head and into the air. There's something about speaking pain out loud, even to an empty room at 2 a.m., that takes away some of its weight. It transforms the internal loop into an external release. It's not therapy, but at 2 a.m., when therapy isn't available, it's the closest thing you've got. And the seventh thing, the one that took me the longest to learn and the longest to accept, asking for help is not weakness. It is not failure. It is not proof that you can't do this. It is strategy. It is self-awareness. It is the single bravest thing a mother can do. Because admitting you're struggling doesn't mean you're incapable. It means you're paying attention. It means you refuse to let silence and shame destroy what you're building for your child. The mothers who worry about being bad mothers are never the bad mothers. The bad mothers don't worry at all. You are here watching this video, searching for answers, trying to understand what's happening inside you. And that is the strongest evidence of love I can imagine. I put together a complete burnout recovery plan in the guide. Not just tips, not just take a bath and drink some tea, but a real 30-day framework for pulling yourself back from the edge, step by step, day by day. The nervous system reset, the daily actions, the complete system for healing from the inside out while still taking care of a newborn alone. The link is in the pinned comment with the heart. And if you are in crisis right now, tonight, please call or text 988 or text HOME to 741741. You matter. Your baby needs you here. Not perfect, not performing, just here. Comment if this spoke to you, even just a heart emoji. I'll know what it means. Subscribe for more honest conversations about the things nobody else is willing to say out loud. Like this, so another mom who's lying in the dark pretending she's fine can find this and realize she doesn't have to pretend anymore. You are not your worst day. You are not your depression. You are a woman at capacity who deserves support. And support is out there. Please reach for it.